Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the Beginner's Guide for Raiding. Today we are going to be working on some tasks in custom, specifically the early tasks. Four that we're going to go over today are checking with Praper, delivery from the past with Praper, Operation Aquarius with Therapist, and also Extortionist with Skier. Now all four of these require a specific key. Throughout this, I'm going to talk a little bit about where you can find them or if there's a specific place to find them. I also want to show you some points of danger as we're moving through this to kind of give you little tips to be careful as much as you can. It is Tarkov, you're going to die, but just something to help you along your way there. So, without further ado, let's get right down to it. Alright, so here we've spawned on the customs side of customs. So, we are going to go ahead and start with delivery from the past. A couple things to point out is if you didn't spawn over here and you had to work your way over here, storage area, which is directly left of me, is going to be an area where you have several scabs spawn in. Also not half bad for looting. But where you want to get to is this red building here. Alright? Now, what you have to look out for is there's also scab spawns on this side, but more importantly, you're going to be dealing with the occasional PMC over here. It is a popular area. There are several spawns on this side of the map, so you're going to deal with some. So just be prepared for that. Now, we're going to go ahead and move in here and get up to the customs office. Now, you do need a specific key for this one. It is the customs key. Show you that real quick. Alright, just plain looking key. There's not really a specific place to find that one. That's one you gotta kind of get lucky on. Find it in jackets, find it on scabs. You know, little random places like that. But once you have it, you need to come up these stairs inside the customs building. Use it to unlock this door. Alright, we're in the office. This first door is nothing important. Some good loot, that's about it. This breach door is what you need to be looking for. Alright, see how there's no option to unlock, we can only breach. Kicked it in, made a lot of noise. I recommend being quick at this point. Oh, look at that, loose loot. Now, what you're looking for is just a little black case right here. Okay, obviously it's not there for me, I've already completed the task, but it's going to be right on that little ledge there. You just need to pick that up. Get out of the raid with it. That's the important part. Get out of the raid with it. Once you do that, you need to go to your task list. You have two stashes for quest items, alright? You have one that's in raid, one that's off raid. Now with this particular task, what you have to do is you have to take that little docs case and plant it somewhere in factory. And we'll talk about that later. But if you're not ready to do that immediately, if you're not going to go into factory right after this, take that item out and put it in here once you're out of the raid. Otherwise, you'll take it in with you every time, and if you die, well, you gotta go back and get it again. Not fun. Alright, so that's the basis of that one. Get the case, get out, and move it to the off-raid stash. Now we're gonna move on to the other ones, which are across the river. Okay, so if you're following along on your map, we just crossed Land Bridge South, which is right down here, and we have made it to Ruoff. Okay, this is the next point of interest I want to talk to you about, because you're going to have a handful of scabs spawn here, probably at least 3 in this area, and maybe even 1 or 2 more further on down the road this way. Okay, now we have Land Bridge South there, we have another land bridge down here, even though you can't see it through the freaking fog. Main bridge, which is the one I typically take to get across, there's a lot more cover there. And then there's another bridge on down this side as well called Junk Bridge. I don't recommend that one, it's a lot less safe. But like I said, this area is going to spawn some scabs. It is kind of a hot point for PMCs here and there, so you will deal with 1 or 2 of those crossing. And it's also the Ruoff extraction point. Now you only have that extraction if this light is on here. Alright, that one. Moving forward, what you really need to watch out for, apart from the scabs that spawn here and the PMCs that we'll be running through, is this point up here, okay? All along here, it's a scab sniper point, okay? He does his route on top of this building. So if that sniper's up there, and he usually is if nobody else is taking him out, make sure you either take him out or move in a way that's going to keep you safe. Alright, now the task we're looking at right now is Extortionist, okay? So I'm going to show you where the key spawn is for that on this map, because this one does actually have a specific key spawn. It's in this bush here. Alright, you see this dead body here? When you're reading through the task description, it'll say something about Messenger's body. Okay, that's what this is here. So you want to search that, and if nobody else has taken a peek at him, you're going to find this unknown key, right? And it's going to be there almost every time, so if it's not there when you look, don't worry. It spawns there every raid. It's just about getting to it before other people do. And a lot of times, you know, if you're later into the wipe, nobody's even picking that off there. You can also buy it off the flea market if you're really having a lot of trouble finding it, but it will always spawn there. So I'm going to take you to that shed to show you the rest of Extortionist, but we're going to take a stop along the way, so hold on for just a couple seconds. Alright, so we're putting the Extortionist task on the back burner. This area here is the factory yard. Alright, now all through here you're going to have scab spawns. Again, probably 3. They can also spawn from down here as well, so just keep an eye out as you're crossing this area. It is also another hot point for PMCs. You're always going to take a peek in this area, trying to get a couple easy scab kills, maybe an unwary player such as yourself. But what we're looking for here is the checking task, in which you need the machinery key. Now that key looks like this, that little orange handle on it. Alright, this is another one that doesn't have a specific spawn point. Again, you're going to be finding that on scab bodies, find it in jackets, and you can find it all over the place. It doesn't just have to be this map. So, once you get into the factory yard, this is the truck you're looking for. Alright, this is the machinery that the machinery key goes to. You just want to hop up on this little box, unlock this door, open it up, and the key you're looking for is right there. Or the key you're looking for. The pocket watch you're looking for is right there. Alright, obviously it's not there for me. I've already done it. But it'll spawn right there, and it'll probably be halfway into the truck. It lags a little bit. But you just pick that up, make it out of the raid with it, and turn it in. And it's as simple as that. And that's all you really have to do for the checking task. Now we're going to move forward. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to get to the cabin for the Extortionist task. So hold on for just a second. Alright, so we've come to entrance 1 of 2 for the shipping yard. At least the 2 ways I'm going to show you in. And I really want to point out a couple things here. This is called the factory shortcut, okay? So you do need a key to get through this, and you have to use it twice. Now that key is the factory exit key. Alright, you get 50 uses on each of these that you find. And to get through here, you do have to use it twice. So we have to unlock this door. Also unlock that door. But before we do that, I want to show you this. Okay, this is a hot point, alright? This is the new gas station. Alright, when you're looking at this map, you'll see old gas and you'll see regular gas station. This is the newer one. Now, why I want to point this out is it is a scab spawn area. It is also a scab boss spawn area, okay? So you need to be on the lookout for that if this is going to be your entrance of choice. So they will fire on you as soon as they see you. That's what they do. Now, with that being said, gas station is also a good loot point. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a later guide when we do some loot runs on here. So you do have to watch out for PMCs as well, because they're going to be moving through there to get some scab kills, to get to the boss, and to get to the goodies inside the gas station itself. But enough about that. We have opened the first of the factory doors. There's some loots in there. We also got a loot box in there. We need to unlock this door as well. Side note, the factory exit key also gets you out of the factory, that map, so you can use it there too. Now, we've gone through there. This is the shack we're looking for, okay? Pretty close to the factory shortcut, right there. Now, I told you I'd show you 2 ways in. This is the easiest way, the quickest way, if you have that key. If you don't, you need an alternative route. That's what I'm going to show you. So we're going to come back out here, and we're going to circle all the way around to get down here. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so the factory shortcut is definitely the easiest way if you spawn on the custom side of the map, but let's say you spawned on the other side of the map, right? We're right here at admin gate, right around the silo areas, okay? So if you spawned over here, or if you spawned closer to scab checkpoint, or even out there in the distance toward military CP back in the wooded area, there's a couple ways over here that make it easier to get to where we're going. So you can come all the way down to here to scab checkpoint, come through this little break in the fence, that's admin, and we're going to move right on down this road. And you are going to have scab spawns all along this little route, okay? There's one that guards here, sometimes there's one that moves up here. You will have one or two down here. And there's also various PMC spawns along the way, so this is more of a dangerous area, okay? Now, what we're looking at there is military checkpoint, okay? So if you've come from the wooded area, you do have the option to run in front of this and come through this little break in the fence here. Now moving on down, you'll have scabs down here occasionally. You'll have scabs up in here. And you'll certainly have them all along here. So there's plenty of opportunities for additional kills and loot for you to get, but just something to be aware of as you're moving through here. Because we're moving into shipping yard, and that can be a hot point. There's several PMC spawns here. There's that building. There's the back side of this building. Those are PMC spawns. And then in the back corner there, there's going to be old gas station, also a PMC spawn. So you got to be on the lookout for that. The other thing you need to know about this area is this building we're looking at right here can have a sniper scab on top of it, and you're going to be very exposed for this task, so you need to be on the lookout for that. Now, I showed you the factory shortcut right here. I showed you this cabin right here, basically in the middle of shipping yard. So come out to it. That unknown key that we found from earlier, remember it? Pull that back up. Alright, that's what you need here. Unlock this door, and just to show you, that sniper scab is going to be right there. You're in a horrible spot if you haven't killed him already, or somebody else hasn't killed him. Now when we come in here, you'll be like, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? There's nothing in here. It's hidden. They did a pretty good job. Right? They hide it right here underneath that little section of cloth. That's where you'll find that. And you need to get that one out and just turn it into skier. And that's all you have to do for that. So, main points there. Watch out for scab spawns, scab sniper, and of course the occasional PMC running through here. Now the other thing you need to know is there is yet another scab sniper that you need to be on the lookout for. Up here. It will spawn up there. That one's a little easier to hide from. You know, once you get over here, you got a lot of cover. If you're getting into here, he's not going to be able to see you getting into that door. But just be aware that he's there. So the last task we're going to look at is Operation Aquarius for Therapist, which means we have to go to the scary, scary dorms. Okay? So we're going to the 2-story dorms, not the 3-story dorms. And I will explain a little bit more about that difference once we get there. So hold on. Okay, so we are approaching dorms, and you can see you have 2 sections of it. This is 2-story dorms, 3-story dorms. We want the 2-story dorms. Now, what you need to know here is this is one of the hottest spots on the map for PMC activity. There's also scavs that spawn here, of course. But this area over here has a lot of the good loot, which again, we'll talk about in the loot guide later. But just be careful, because there's going to be PMCs over here. Now you have a couple options to get into this building, okay? Let's check this up here, this door. See, just breach. Nothing we can do. It's locked pretty good. So we can come on down. This door's wide open for us to go right into, right? Wait a minute, what's going on here? there's a freaking fence in the way. So, this side is useless to you. I just wanted to point that out to you. Can't get in through the top, can't get in through the bottom. There is some good loot to have down here though, so check it out if you're feeling gutsy enough. So our other options are, we can come in the front door, which is gutsy for sure. And we can hit this stairwell and move on up because we need the second floor. BT dubs, if you have the guard desk key, this is the place to be, alright? Some really good loot in here. I'll talk more about that in a different guide though. But if you don't want to use the front door, you can come around back. Let's check this bottom door out. Again, breach door. Can't do anything with it. So you gotta go up these stairs. Open up this door. It's always unlocked. Now, I'll recommend closing it behind you. If for nothing else, the audio cues for somebody to open it. Alright. Now, the room we need for Operation Aquarius is room 206, and it is, of course, locked, like everything else you need in this game. So, we have the 206 key, just a normal key. Nowhere specific to find that one. That one is in scab jackets. Scab jackets? On scabs. I mean, it could be in their jackets, I guess. You'll find it in jackets. You'll find it on dead scabs. So, be on the lookout for that. Now, we just have to find room 206. 216, 217, wait a minute, are we going the wrong direction? Feels like we're going the wrong direction. 211, 29, 206. So even though these numbers make it seem a little wonky, because they start going up, don't worry about that. It's down here, right next to this barrel, 206. We unlock this door, and literally all you have to do is walk in here. Walk in here, you found the water, now we need to get out. Now, if you're lucky enough, just pop this door open again, run on down, swing onto the back side here. I recommend making a lot less noise than I am right now. But you can use the dorms exfil back here, okay? As long as this vehicle's here, you can use it to get out. Now, it does cost you 7,000 rubles, but it's good in a tight spot. So, that's definitely an option that you have. Alright, well, if you guys hung out with me for the whole thing, just know that I love and appreciate you. I really hope that you got something out of this. I hope it helped you. I didn't have it going in, so I wanted to make something that would help other people with these tasks. If you did enjoy it, if you do feel like you learned for it, please like and subscribe for more. Help me to get more people to see this. It means the world to me. There will be more guides to come. If you missed my first one, it is a night raid on Interchange with focus on a few different combat and stealth tactics. So take a peek at that. It's got a couple funny moments in it too. I think you'll enjoy. But again, thank you so much. Feel free to check out my my other socials as well. I try to stay active on all of them and provide a little bit of different content on each of them. So good luck to you all. I hope you learned from this, and as always, good night and good gaming.